So welcome, my name is Jay. I'd like to take you through this Pharmacare application that we have created targeting to automate pharmacy shops to enable pharmacists to be able to accept payments digitally, track inventory, track or manage their clients, make purchases, quotations, generate profits and loss, reports, get expiry notifications, and many more. So for now, I'm going to log in as an administrator. Of course, you can log in as any other user depending on the privileges that you've been given by the admin. So once you log in on the application, then it has two levels. There's the dashboard, as you can see, and there's also the POS side, so the point of sale system. So on the dashboard, depending on the privileges that have been given by the administrator, you should be able to see either all or some of these features that are on this side. So right away, I'll go to settings. At least I'd like to take you to tackle a few of these settings. There's the system settings where you can configure a few things like maybe the title of your shop, and maybe other things like maybe do you want to enable taxation, maybe do you want to manage racks, medicine variations, maybe would you like to enable overselling, meaning maybe in case you have not yet made purchases on the system, but already the medicine is in the place, you can enable your salespeople to still proceed and sell until you do the purchases. Or do you want to make it mandatory for the stocks to be entered first before a sale is made? Yeah, so this is in short is the settings about how the system can be used. Then we have other things like now the point of sale side settings. Of the point of sale side, again we have maybe the major category that you expect it will be mostly commonly accessed, so you can always enable it from this end. There are things like after sales page, what do you expect? Either a receipt is generated or just take people back to POS in case you don't have the receipt printer. The other things, a few here and there, that you can be able to tailor and customize. So still in the settings side, you can have like change logos, customize maybe price groups. So in case you have different levels of clients, maybe clients who buy using the default price, or maybe clients who have their special prices, like maybe wholesale pricing and all that. So you can always create a price group, and then now you define the prices for the wholesale prices for those products. So all the products get listed here. You can see they are in levels. They are in layers. Like you can be able to show either all of them or maybe in terms of hundreds, hundreds, and hundreds, and all that. So that is about price groups. Then we also have categories. In case maybe there are some medicine categories that are not yet captured here, you can always create by just coming here, say add the category, give it a name, and then from there say add. Then it becomes part of the categories of your medicines. Other things like maybe brands, variations, uh, and of course, in case you have several shops and you want to manage the shops using the same system, then this is for you. You just need to be able to dynamically add a store, give it a name, then select the price group. Then from there, a few other things like address and all that, then you add. Yeah, so that is it. So I think once you're done with the settings, the other thing that you may need to get it clear is to be able now to add medicine in case in the list of medicine there's something that is not yet captured. Like for example, we have medicines which already are pre-populated, but sometimes you may find that maybe the price that is here, it's not the price that you sell at your shop. So you can always edit from action, edit, against every other product. And then now you scroll down here and define the buying price, the selling price, and of course you edit. If it's a new medicine that's not yet captured, you can always say add, and then from there you can define the name of the medicine, get the barcode here, or if you don't have the barcode scanner, you can just click this button and generate. Then now definitely you get the category where that medicine belongs to. Then from there, the unit of measure, buying price, selling price, and you add. So that means now it becomes part of the list of your medicine. Again, when you add, most probably the quantities are usually zero. So you need now to do two things. Either you make a purchase. Of course, now if you are purchasing, then you need to say the supplier. So you can have a certain supplier, or maybe if the supply is not already existing in the system, you can always add by clicking that button, the company name, and maybe any other detail about that company. Then from there, the medicine that you want to capture, like how many of them, when is the expiry date, so that the system can always track, and maybe how many of those pieces are you purchasing. You always define them from here, and then from there you submit. So in such a case, then you realize that once you do the purchase, you should be able to see the record here. Yeah, the quantities that have increased. Again, if you have several shops, you can just click. If you click either of the medicine, you should be able to see in shop A, then this medicine you have this quantity, and another shop this quantity. You can also filter from here. You pick a specific shop, or you say all the shops, or yeah, you filter the records. Now, the other thing you also may need to understand here is you can always do adjustments, you as the administrator. We have this feature of adding adjustment. Like for example, you may have noticed that maybe during counting, during uh, stock taking, maybe you captured a certain medicine wrongly, or rather maybe something happened on the line, they made a sale, they never used the computer to punch, or maybe yeah, some sort of mistake happened. Then of course, now the moment you realize you have that such an issue, you as an admin, you cannot leave that issue unattended. You need to adjust. Like for example, drugs, they are 20. After counting, you realized they are 18 on the shelf. So in such a case, maybe two got lost at some point. Yes, you have resolved the issue with your people. Maybe somebody is responsible for that. They are paid, but again, you cannot leave that unattended. So you need to say you have to adjust drugs to be -2, at least, so that now it comes to 18. So you need these features for you. Add adjustment. So you come here, you search for that specific medicine, drugs. Then from there, you decide you're going to subtract or to add, and how many pieces are you going to add. That's how it goes. So for this case, now if you go back to list of medicine, you should be able to see that now drugs quantity is 18. And again, if you go to quantity adjustments, you'll always find this record here, who did it, when he did it, and all that. Now let us now go to the POS side and make a sale. So it's simple on this side. If it's a walk-in client, then you don't just need to start selecting the client details. But in case you need to select to filter to feed the client details, you can always filter from this side by typing the name of the client. Then now from there, you're expecting the details to appear. If it's a new client, for example, you can just click this plus button, and then now of course now feed the details. If this client belongs to a certain price group, then you can always change, and the system automatically will be knowing this client at what prices do you usually offer the client with. Yeah, so we want to sell drugs. We want to sell drugs. You can either make a search here, or another alternative. If you know drugs belongs to what category, you can go to the category, then pick from that side. Like for example, I don't know drugs belongs to what category. Assuming maybe it belongs here. or maybe let me pick a different category, injection. You get all those from. So the moment you pick the category, then you get the medicines on that end. Okay, so let me sell two at a price of 600, assuming that this client has bargained. So at this point, if the client has bargained, for example, maybe you are discounting them 10 bob. If you have your people, if you have given your people that allowance of bargaining, adjusting, then giving discount, they can always edit from here. Then you say maybe what is the discount, like discount of 10 bob. So the system now knows it is 290 times 2, which is 58. Payment, submit. What mode of payment? Maybe the client has paid in cash, in till, maybe whichever. So you can always pick, or maybe both option. It's both option, cash and another. You can always add more payment mode. You can always add more payment mode. That means now, for example, this was till, and another this the total is also 580. Oh yeah, so we can say maybe this was 100 in till, and then the balance in cash. So the system now automates that. Always clear the transaction, submit, a receipt gets generated, you print, of course. Now you proceed. So if you go back to dashboard, and then you go back to medicine list, you should be able to find that yes, drugs now they are 3, they are 16. Of course, now drug belongs to capsules category. Now if you make any purchase of drugs, for example, a new as a consignment has come, a new purchase from a certain supplier, product is drugs, and then how many pieces, drugs of how many pieces? Let me say 5. The moment you say submit, then we are expecting, of course, that record will be captured under list purchases forever. You'll always be able to see what that what that purchase order contained. And again, under list of medicine, you should be able to see that yes, your quantity has increased. And that is means when you make a sale, then the system subtracts. When you make a purchase, the system adds. Sometimes you may have this or an issue here or there. Maybe although it is not oftenly done or practiced in pharmacies, but assuming maybe somebody, he hasn't left the shop, but now is requesting for an exchange of this medicine with another. Then whoever has permission of making returns, then he can always visit POS cells, see the receipt in question, and do a return. Then maybe capture some notes here and there, submit. So when in such a case, then you expect the medicine or number as still, of course, the quantity has increased. The other thing you need here from the back end is the reports. Yeah, so you have so many reports here. You have reports of best sellers, you have reports of register, medicine, quantity alerts, expiry, medicine report. If you say medicine report, you can be able to see every other medicine, how it is performing. For example, now for drugs, you can be able to see for drugs how it is doing. Where is this? Oh yeah, so far no sell because we have made a sell, then we returned, and then of course now the quantity is 23 of what value. Now you can also filter here, pick a specific category or a specific medicine, generate from a certain period, what start date to which end date. Then you submit. Then the system again picks that information for you. Like now, action you can see here. Uh, this is the cost of sales. This is the number of sales done, and this is the profit that is expected to have been made, and this is the cost, total cost, the total value of the action medicine in the shop. That is the remaining value. The other thing that you need to understand is that under people, you can always create your users, add user, but you need to be able to, of course, fill like a form the password, the username, and that. But at this point, you say this user belongs to what category. Now, if it's a salesperson, under setting, group permission, where is that? Here. Group permission, you can always be able to customize the permissions. What do you want salespeople to do? Maybe just to be able to view, no adding, no deleting, not doing anything else. So you revoke those permissions. Sales, again, I only want them to use POS. I don't want them even to make returns. I just want them to make sales. I don't want them to do anything else. I don't want anything else. Even quotations, I don't want them to be able to generate. I just want them to make sales. Purchases, I don't want a salesperson to be able to make purchase. So you can always remove those rights. Yeah. So you can always revoke the rights. You as an administrator has the right to revoke any other right, yeah, from the user. You may decide maybe you just want them to see their daily sales, or you don't even want them to see what they have sold. Yeah, let them make sales and leave. Yeah, you don't even want to give them any other right. Update. So that means if I log in as a normal user, then this is what I'll be able to see. So for example, now if I come to a list of users, let me say user, this user. If you come, if you log in as just a normal user, let me say this is sales. Password is 12345. 12345 update. So in such a case, oh sorry, the password has been, it's expected to be a bit longer. 234 1234567 1234567. Allow discount, no, and then update. So let us log in as the overall admin. No, as a normal user, sales 1234567 login. So in such a case, yes, they are able to see to make sales, but when you go to dashboard, then their dashboard is limited because we limited the dashboard. So yeah, that's a general overview of the ecosystem. Of course, it's mobile responsive, so you can be able to view the same. It's a web-based, as I said before. So it's robust, yet it's a very dynamic, very dynamic. Thank you for watching. Let's meet in the next video.